Welcome to Global Marketing, Unit number 5, Global Information Systems and Market Research. Given the variety of languages spoken around the world, along with cultural differences, it would be difficult to conduct global market research. It is the marketeer's good fortune that a wide variety of market information is available on the internet. A few keyboard strokes can yield literally hundreds of articles, research findings, and websites that offer a wealth of information about a particular country's markets. Even so, marketers need to study several important topics to make the most of modern information technology. In this unit, you will understand the importance of information technology and marketing information system. You will utilize a framework of information scanning and opportunity identification. You will understand the formal market research process, and in the end, you will know how to manage the marketing information collection system and market research effort. Information technology for global marketing. An MIS should provide a means of gathering, analyzing, classifying, storing, retrieving, and reporting relevant data. The MIS should cover important aspects of a company's external environment, including competitors and customers. Global competition intensifies the need of an effective MIS that is accessible throughout the company. Information technology refers to an organization's process of creating, storing, exchanging, using, and managing information. Management information system provides managers and other decision makers with a continuous flow of information about the company operations. Tools for MIS. The tools for MIS include the Intranet, Electronic Data Interchange or EDI, Efficient Consumer Response System or ECR, Electronic Point of Sales. Let's look at each of them one by one. The Intranet. The Intranet is a private network. It allows authorized company personnel or outsiders to share information electronically. It is the 24-hour nerve center of an organization. It allows companies like Amazon and Dell to operate as real-time enterprises. Electronic Data Interchange. It allows business units to submit orders, issue invoices, conduct business electronically. The transaction formats are universal, and it allows computers from different companies to speak the same language. Walmart is legendary for its sophisticated EDI system. For years, vendors have received orders from the retail on personal computers using dial-up modems connected to a third-party transmission network. In 2002, Walmart informed vendors it was switching to an internet-based EDI system. The switch saves both time and money. The modem-based system was susceptible to transmission interruptions, and the cost was between 10 and 20 cents per thousand characters transmitted. Any vendor that wishes to do business with Walmart in the future must purchase and install the necessary computer software. Efficient Consumer Response or ECR. ECR is a joint initiative by members of a supply chain to work towards improving and optimizing aspects of the supply chain to benefit customers. This is in addition to EDI. It is an effort for retailers and vendors to work closely on stock replenishment. It utilizes electronic point of sales. Many companies use data gathered by checkout scanners to help retailers identify the product sale patterns and how consumer preferences vary by geography. Customer Relationship Management or CRM. This is a new business model. It is a philosophy that values two-way communication between company and consumers. Every point of contact with a customer is an opportunity to collect data. It can make employees more productive and enhance corporate profitability. A company's use of CRM can manifest itself in various ways. Some are visible to consumers, others are not. Some make extensive use of leading-edge information technology, and others do not. A visitor to Amazon.com who buys a U2 CD encounters CRM when he or she is prompted by a message. Customers who bought this title also bought Bruce Springsteen's Working on a Dream. So these suggestions are also a part of CRM. CRM and Privacy Issues. European Union's Directive on Data Collection 1998 ensures regulations of all 27 members. The US and EU Safe Harbor Agreement 2000 protects individuals' rights among nations. Privacy. Privacy issues vary from country to country. In the European Union, for example, a directive on data collection has been in effect since 1998. Companies that use CRM to collect data about individual customers must satisfy the regulations in each of the European Union's 27 member countries. The Safe Harbor Agreement establishes principles for privacy protection for companies that transfer data to the US from Europe. The purposes of the information collected and used need to be displayed. An opt out option to prevent disclosure of personal information needs to be in place. It can only transfer information to third parties that are in compliance with the Safe Harbor Agreement, and that individuals must have access to this information. Data warehouses. Data warehouses are an integral part of CRM. They help fine tune product assortments for multiple locations. They enhance the ability of management to respond to changing business conditions. Company personnel, including persons who are not computer specialists, can access data warehouses via standard web browser. Behind the familiar interface, however, is a specialized software capable of performing multidimensional analysis by using sophisticated techniques such as linear programming and regression. This enhances the ability of managers to respond to changing business conditions by adjusting marketing mix elements. Organizational IT necessities. An efficient, effective system that will scan and digest published sources and technical journals. Daily scanning, translating, digesting, abstracting, and electronic input of information into a market intelligence system. It is necessary for expanding information coverage to other regions of the world. Sources of market information. Personal sources. Personal sources include companies' executives based abroad who have contact with distributors, customers, suppliers, and government officials. This can also include friends, acquaintances, professional colleagues, consultants, and prospective employees. Direct sensory perception, using the senses to find out firsthand what is going in a particular country. Often, the background information or context one gets from observing a situation can help fill in the big picture. Formal market research. Global marketing research is the project-specific, systematic gathering of data in the search scanning mode on a global basis. The challenge is to recognize and respond to national differences that influence the way information is obtained. Information is a critical ingredient in formulating and implementing a successful marketing strategy. As described earlier, a marketing information system should produce a continuous flow of information. Market research, by contrast, is the project-specific, systematic gathering of data in the search scanning mode. The American Marketing Association defines marketing research as the activity that links consumers, customers, and public to marketer through information. Research process. This process includes the identification of information requirement, defining the problem, choosing a unit of analysis, examining data availability, assessing value of research, designing the research, analyzing data, and presenting findings. The first step is identifying the information requirement. What information do I need? Existing markets. Customers' needs already being served by one or more companies, information may be already available. Potential markets. These are latent markets. These are undiscovered markets. Demand would be there if the product was there. Incipient market. These markets will emerge as macro environmental trends continue. Why do I need this information? Step 2. Problem definition and overcoming self-reference criterion. Self-reference criterion occurs when a person's values and beliefs intrude on the assessment of a foreign culture. When approaching global markets, it is best to have eyes wide open. In other words, marketers must be aware of the impact that self-reference criterion and other cross-cultural assumptions can have. Such awareness can have several positive effects. First, it can enhance management's willingness to conduct market research in the first place. Second, an awareness of self-reference criterion can help ensure that the research effort is designed with minimal home country or second country bias. Third, it can enhance management's receptiveness to accepting research findings even if they contradict the tried and true marketing experience in other markets. When the Walt Disney Company opened Disneyland Paris, park employees were expected to comply with a detailed written code regarding personal appearance. The goal was to ensure that the guests received the kind of experience associated with Disney name. However, the French considered the code to be an insult to French culture, individualism, and privacy. Step 3. Choose a unit of analysis. Will your market be global? Will it be a region, a country, a province, a state, or a city? For example, a company that is considering entering China may initially focus on Shanghai. Located in the Jiangsu province, Shanghai is China's largest city and main seaport. Because Shanghai is a manufacturing center, has a well-developed infrastructure, and is home to a population with relatively high per capita income, it is the logical focus of a market research effort. Step 4. Examine data availability. Sources may be companies' records, secondary sources, trade journals, government sources like CIA World Factbook, Statistical Yearbook of the UN, World Bank, commercial sources like The Economist, Financial Times, MarketResearch.com. Step 5. Assess value of research. What is the information worth versus what it will cost to collect? What will it cost if the data are not collected? What will the company gain with the information? Research requires investments of both money and time, and it is necessary to perform a cost-benefit analysis before proceeding further. In some instances, a company may pursue the same course of action no matter what the research reveals. Even when more information is needed to ensure high-quality decisions, a realistic estimate of a formal study may reveal that the cost to perform research is simply too high. Step 6. Research design, data collection. Use multiple indicators. Try to develop customized indicators specific to the industry, product market, or business model. Do not assess a market in isolation. Observations of purchasing patterns or behaviors are more important than reports of purchase intentions or price sensitivity. Step 6. Research design, research methodologies. Primary data collection methods include survey research, interviews, consumer panels, observations, and focus groups. Special considerations for surveys. In the global market research, a number of survey design and administration issues may rise. When using the telephone as a research tool, it is important to remember that what is customary in one country may be impossible in another because of the infrastructural differences, cultural barriers, or other reasons. Benefits. Data collection from a large sample can yield important results. Both qualitative and quantitative data possible needs to be collected, and if possible, the service should be self-administered. The main issues with surveys are that subjects may not want to answer or intentionally give inaccurate responses. Often translations may be difficult, and that's why the use of back and parallel translations to ensure accuracy and validity is often needed. Other data collection methodologies include personal interviews, consumer panels, observations using people or cameras, or focus groups. Sampling. A sample is a selected subset of a population that is representative of the entire population. There are two types of sampling: probability sampling and non-probability sampling. The probability sample is generated by following statistical rules that ensure that each member of the population under study has an equal chance or probability of being included in the sample. The result of probability sample can be projected through the entire population with statistical reliability reflecting sampling error, degree of confidence, and standard deviation. The results of non-probability sample cannot be projected with statistical reliability. One form of non-probability sample is convenience sample. As the name implies, researchers select people who are easy to reach. Step 7. Analyzing data. Clean the data, tabulate the data using statistical techniques like ANOVA, regression analysis, factor analysis, clustered analysis, and of course there are many other techniques too. Perceptual mapping, conjoint analysis can also be very useful. Presenting the findings. Reports must clearly address problem identified in step 1, include a memo or an executive summary of the key findings along with the main report. Many managers are uncomfortable with research jargon and complex quantitative analysis. Results Goals should be clearly stated and provide a basis of managerial action. Otherwise, the report may end up in the shelf where it will gather dust and serve as a reminder of wasted time and money. As the data provided by corporate information system and market research becomes increasingly available on the worldwide basis, it becomes possible to analyze market expenditure effectiveness across national boundaries. Managers can then decide where they are achieving the greatest marginal effectiveness of their market expenditures and can adjust expenditures accordingly. Enhancing comparability of data. There are two types of analysis here: emic analysis and etic analysis. Emic analysis are usually ethnographic in nature. It allows us to study culture from within. It uses culture's own meanings and values. Etic analysis, which is conducted from the outside. It is detached perspective that is used in multiple country studies, and it enhances comparability but minimizes precision. This marks the end of unit number 5. Thank you.